Welcome to Movie World, the place where we only talk movies. I'm Andy Signor, and I'm here to review Space Jam: A New Legacy, the sequel to Space Jam, and instead of Michael Jordan, we get LeBron James. Yeah, what? I know. I don't know why we needed to do this movie. I just don't know why. I know a lot of people have fond memories of the first Space Jam. I don't hate it. I don't think it's that good. If you really go back and rewatch it, it doesn't hold up like others do. It's this weird movie that sort of got made with Michael Jordan in the lead role at the height of his powers. He had been coming off those commercials with Looney Tunes, etc. Joe Pytka directed, and then suddenly like, well, let's make this a movie because, you know, and it was a commercial when it started and became a movie. And that's what this thing is. So of course, how are they going to do it in 2021? They're going to make it even more commercialized. How do we just suck the blood out of it even more? And that's ultimately what they did here. Now, look, some people are out there. I know a lot of you have been watching this movie. It's already out on HBO Max. It's in theaters. I see a lot of people complaining, but I also see a lot of people complaining about the complaining, saying, guys, it's a kid's movie. Why are you an adult reviewing a kid's movie? Well, because we were young when we watched the first one and we're fans. And they actually advertised and made this movie for us because kids don't watch Rick and Morty or The Matrix or half of the other crap, Mad Max Fury Road. Half of the weird references in this movie are clearly aimed at us, the adults. So that's why we're reviewing it. Plus, it's my job. So many idiots out there telling, "Well, why are you even reviewing a kids movie?" Because I'm a critic and because it's aimed at us. And that's one of my biggest problems with this movie. The movie chooses to focus not just on Looney Tunes and basketball, but the serververse. Restore the serververse, guys. Oh, God. All right, where do I start? Look, there was a moment in the beginning of this movie that I thought, okay, this could work. It starts with a young LeBron, and he's on the bench, and he's got a backpack, and he's got all the Looney Tunes on it. And I thought that was an adorable, really clever way to start this film, to show him as a kid when Looney Tunes back then were he looked up to, he played with, and then he sort of gets, he gets a Game Boy, and the kid's like, it's a Game Boy with color, and it's not a Game Boy Color, it's a Game Boy. Whoever let that through, you should be fired because that was annoying. But then they're playing the game, and he gets caught playing the game, and you got to play basketball. You could be the best. Play basketball. And of course, he throws the game out and focuses on basketball. And I thought for a moment there, all right, this could work. And then we fast forward, and we meet LeBron as an adult, just immediately schooling and coaching his kids to be the best at basketball. And it made him just immediately unlikable. I knew exactly where the movie was going. I've seen a million kids movies, so I knew what the whole plot was so crystal clear from the very beginning of what the beats were going to be. And his son, who is clearly likes basketball but isn't LeBron James, but is LeBron James' son, is more of a gamer and wants to code games. And LeBron, for some weird reason, LeBron's character in the movie, not actually LeBron, even though it seems like it is LeBron, is just sort of annoyed that his son isn't playing basketball. Hey, you gotta put the work in. You gotta be playing basketball all the time and be the best at basketball. Blah 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 basketball. Oh, you gotta be the best at basketball. It's so annoying, and it's like clearly, dude, the kid's good at coding. He just made a game. Let him be a coder. You got all the money in the world. Why does he need to be a basketball player? Jesus Christ. Let him go be the coder. And of course he does and makes a great game, and they all, move on and they get happy ever after. Sorry. Spoiler alerts. But it's just, to me, while that was there and I understand the theme, who the hell's going to relate to this movie? So what other billionaire basketball players needed this movie to reaffirm, millionaires, let your kids be who they want to be. Don't make them just follow in your shadow. I mean, I guess you could take that to lower tier people, mid-tier people, and, multiple salary ranges. But the whole movie just feels like billionaire problems, to be perfectly honest. It just does. And I right out the gate, I wasn't connected. And there's so much excess and fancy games and computers and all this stuff. And just like, I just hate that all our content these days is all about kids wanting all this crap. It's like it shouldn't be what it's about, but it is. It's all wish fulfillment, whatever it is. Anyway, as a kids movie, it's lazy. It's just full of commercialized crap that no one needs. This movie works when it's Looney Tunes, and it takes 22 minutes. 26 minutes, sorry. It takes 26 minutes before they show up in Looney Tunes land, which was just ridiculous. It took way too long to get there. All that stupid setup and the stakes, no one cares. This movie is 2 hours. Why is this movie 2 hours? I mean, come on. It was ridiculous. So look, this movie, it starts like you're like, all right, maybe, and then it took so long to get there. But the movie gets so stuck with Don Cheadle as Algorithm, the algorithm, who works at Warner Brothers, which is literally a character, and creates Warner 3000 to basically turn this movie into HBO Max, the movie, which is what I've been calling from day one, and I knew that was what was going to sink this movie. They didn't care about the Looney Tunes and all the shit. No, it's like, what IP can we shove in your face and remind you that Warner Brothers has? And it just felt so classless and just unnecessary and cheesy and just annoying. And again, like I said in the beginning, all the references are like R-rated movies that my kids don't even know what the hell they are yet. They don't know Rick and Morty, who make a cameo in this freaking movie. Mad Max, Fury Road, Matrix, Casablanca. I mean, all of this shit went over their heads. And I would argue a lot of stuff's so dated that's going to go over other millennial heads anyway, too. They're going to be like, I don't know what that is. What is that movie? It's this weird black and white thing they're making fun of. Just tonally, it's like a spoof movie. It's like epic movie. And it's just like with even more dated movie references that no one cares about anymore. And it's so stupid. And if anything, it showed me, man, Warner Brothers, you really need to get some better IP than what you got. That's all I kept thinking. And then Don Cheadle, I mean, God, I guess he needed a paycheck, but his character as the algorithm is so obnoxious and stupid. And there's a scene where they bring LeBron James in to Warner Brothers. Sarah Silverman's the executive, and the algorithm has sent her a new idea. And in this scene, LeBron James hears this idea about, we're going to turn you into a Fortnite skin and put you in Game of Thrones, which for some reason is supposed to be good. It's Warner 3000. Ooh. Yeah, we can plop all these celebrities into Fortnite characters and put them in animated movies. Isn't this great? And LeBron literally says, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Straight up one of the top 5 worst ideas I've ever heard. This is trash. He's literally calling the movie that you're about to watch trash because it's exactly what the movie is. And then on top of that, he says, this isn't what I do. I'm an actor. I'm going to stay in my lane and play basketball. It's like, dude, follow your own advice. You just said it in the damn movie. Like, what? Both things, it was a Warner Brothers 3000, the serververse, everything they do, one of the top 5 worst ideas. We've seen it before, done terribly. This is literally Ready Player One again. We've already seen it in Wreck-It Ralph 2. We've seen it in Lego movies and everything else. Like, enough. But no, it'll be cooler in Space Jam for some weird, dumb reason. And he calls it out. He knows it. And LeBron, I guess, is as good as Jordan was, maybe a little bit better. Neither of them are actors, so I can't be super hard on them. But it's just so unnecessary. And he says it in the damn movie. He admits it in his own damn movie. There's another part in the movie. There's another part in the movie where I forget the wife who's she's from Star Trek Discovery, right? Who's the wife? I forget her name. Anyway, there's a moment in the film which the whole premise of this film is, LeBron James fighting to get his son back because his son's, again, annoyed because he wants to be a gamer, not a basketball player, and LeBron wants to be a basketball player. And somehow the algorithm, Don Cheadle, gets the son to fight his dad at basketball and believe. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. Kids movie, I guess, is what we're just supposed to say. I refuse to do that. Kids movies can be really good, and that's bullshit. Anybody who's going to say, well, it's a kids movie. No. Pixar, a lot of kids movies. Mitchell's versus the Machines, great. A lot of really good kids movies don't fall for that lazy trap that this movie does all the time, over and over again. So get out of here with your it's a kids movie nonsense. So stupid that this kid's in there doing that. And then a simple conversation could solve all of this, but no. And LeBron goes over the wife on the sidelines of the game who's been sucked into this. They all are sucked in this video game somehow. And he goes, he thinks he's his friend. I don't know what to do. And the mom looks at him so seriously. You got to win this game. And you got to get our son back. And LeBron's like, okay. And I just laughed. I'm like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Oh my god! And then the Goon Squad shows up. There's the Looney Tunes. They're first 2D, and then for some reason they scan them 3D. They didn't just commit to one. And then the Goon Squad shows up, and I hated the Goon Squad. They're so annoying. Each of them didn't like their powers. They were so powerful. It was like there's no way anyone's gonna win on this game. And then at the end of the movie, they cheat. There's a whole thing where they cheat. And they still somehow figure out how to cheat more. It just frustrated me so much as script writing goes. It was so damn... This movie is so damn... And then don't get me started on Lola Bunny. Oh my God. Why is it Zendaya? Oh, because we need a celebrity to try and get more money and attention. Look, I like Zendaya in movies. She did not need to be in this movie. And Lola Bunny is just so boring now. Lola Bunny as the sort of sex pot, standing. You could have kept the voice and the attitude of Lola Bunny and still like made her wear some more clothes. Fine, that could have been your choice, but they just made her this generic like I'm good, I'm cool, I'm a nice normal female, and she just became boring. She was just Zendaya voice who didn't do anything new or different. It just all felt so corporate synergized, commercialized. And she gets an opening credit, and none of the other voice talent does. It's so disrespectful. All of it was just off-putting to me. I didn't understand it. Lola Bunny, completely boring to me in this movie. All of them are, honestly, they're all boring. Nobody really gets a moment to shine in this movie. The whole thing is just frustrating. Didn't understand what it really was like. Epic kids movie. You know what I mean? Like Epic Movie, those bad spoof movies back in the day. This is literally Epic kids movie. It's so bad. And with moments of good Looney Tune action. I will give them credit. When the Looney Tunes get to be themselves and do some funny, silly stuff, it worked. And that's what they should have leaned into and known that's their strength. But they clearly have no faith in the Looney Tunes. They had to go to all this other dumb, stupid IP that, to me, tanks this movie, drowns it in the ground, and I was so annoyed and bothered by it. So frustrating. Lil Ray Howery is Bill Murray this time, and I like Lil Ray, but, dude... Come on, you're no Bill Murray. Speedy Gonzalez was like, it was nice to see him. Thank God they kept him in. And there is one big cameo that I did laugh at. I will admit, I laughed at one cameo. But so much, and there was a cool animated Superman scene. But my God, so much of this movie was just so eye-rolling cheesiness. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking. It's. If you liked Wreck-It Ralph 2, you'll love this one. I hated Wreck-It Ralph 2. I'm so frustrated and disappointed by Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Goes to the Internet. What did you guys think, though? Here's the problem. I'm going to have to spin all my thoughts, and I'm going to do best movie ever with Vito. That's right. As much as I hated this movie, we realized a lot of people have disliked this movie. Vito has himself disliked this movie. Well, guess what, guys? We are going to do a best movie ever of Space Jam: New Legacy. It's going to drop next week, so stay tuned. You're going to want to hit that subscribe button and not miss it because we're going to have to be positive. Hit the bell for all alerts, smash the like button, and leave a comment down. What did you think of this movie? Did you watch it? Are you going to watch it? And got any tips for us for our best movie ever? Hit me up. It's going to be a tough one because I did not like this movie. And even my kids, they want to see it, but they chose other things to do this weekend instead of watch this movie with me. And good on them. I didn't force it because I'm like, yeah, what? But I'm curious if my kids will even like it. I think to me, this movie is a distraction for kids. Plenty of kids who aren't huge movie critics will watch it. They'll find some colorful, fun stuff to be distracted by, and they'll like it maybe for the week, and then they'll move on to the next movie. It's one of those movies at best. And we're not going to be talking about this movie for a long time. This is not going to have legs like the first one did. No way. No way. It's ridiculous. They're already trying to talk to the director's like, I want to do Space Jam 3 with The Rock. That's all I got for you. What do you think? Tell me down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, commentary, and lots more only about movies here on Movie World.